Hey, Angela Langlotz, trademark and business law attorney here, going live as I do every weekday to talk about trademarks and business law. If you like this video, please share it. Other people might find it useful. Today, I would like to talk about a pretty common rejection that I see for sellers of print-on-demand goods, and that's the office action that people get. Is a rejection from the trademark examiner that says that their mark is refused registration because the specimen that they submitted is merely decorative and doesn't show use of the mark in commerce in association with the good. So let's talk about that because it's such a common rejection. And I feel like people are actually using the mark right, but they're just not submitting the right proof of that, okay? And in some cases, they're actually misusing the mark and they are using it in a merely decorative fashion. So I have a couple things to show you that are going to help you understand the difference. So what's the issue? The issue is that when you're using the mark in commerce on your goods, you have to use it in such a manner that it is trademark use and not use as just a decoration. For example, let's say that I have a slogan that's printed on a t-shirt, and to show the trademark examiner that I'm using it, I give them a photograph that I've taken of the t-shirt, and the photograph shows the word mark for which I'm applying, and it's just in fancy script. Like, say for example, it's the word sassy and it's written in fancy script, and I'm submitting that as proof for my trademark application for the word sassy for use on t-shirts in International Class 25. So, I can submit that, but the trademark examiner is likely going to give me a rejection on the grounds that the specimen submitted shows use that is merely decorative on the goods and not use of the mark as a trademark. All right. So you have to show use of the mark in conjunction with the sale or offer for sale of the goods in commerce. What does that mean? So the use has to indicate to the consumer that the mark indicates the source of the goods or services, or the mark is associated with a company that's providing the goods or services. So let me go show you something that would be considered use. Let's switch screens here. All right, so this is Life is Good. They're a pretty big, pretty popular clothing brand, and their use of their trademark, so their trademark is Life is Good, and you can see it in use here at the top of their website. This is actually considered proper trademark use and would be a good specimen for t-shirts. It's showing use of the mark in conjunction with the offer for sale of the goods, and there's a way here to buy the goods, right? So we're offering them for sale. It's an add to cart button. If I click on this button, I can buy these goods. And so the Life is Good mark, while it might not be on this t-shirt, at least not prominently, I'll show you somewhere else where it is in a second, but it is being used in conjunction with the sale of t-shirts. This is proper trademark use for t-shirts. Now, if you notice here, let me try to zoom in here a little bit. Whoops, let me see. Let me try to zoom in. It may or may not let me zoom in, but you can see the mark here as well. Whoops, zoomed in a little too far. Occupational hazard. You can see it here too. It says Life is Good in script, and it probably has a little circle R next to it, even though we can't see it because it's too small. But that is also proper use on t-shirts. It's a tag in, the back of the t-shirt. You could also use the mark on a hang tag, and that would be proper trademark use as well. Let's also look at, they have a whole line of goods, line of t-shirts and hats and other things that has a decoration on it, and also the words Life is Good. So if you look at this one, for example, this t-shirt here, let me just hover. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Let me go back. Anyway, here we go. Let me click on this. Oh, come on. Technical difficulties. Please stand by. Let me hover here and see if that will work. Okay, so, oh, gosh darn it. Okay. Let's get a closer look here. All right, so you can see this is the decoration on the t-shirt, but there's also this "Life is Good" slogan underneath. Now, had they submitted originally, when they submitted their trademark application, this as a specimen with no design, it would have been refused as merely decorative, because the slogan, it's not, a slogan on a t-shirt is not necessarily a source identifier. It might be if the mark is famous, but let's assume you're just applying for the first time. Your mark isn't famous yet. If you just want to slap the word on a t-shirt, that's fine, but you're going to be refused registration for that reason. So the mark isn't merely decorative, and arguably this is the decoration, and this is the brand of the goods. Now, Under Armour tends to do the same thing. So Under Armour has their famous UA logo here on their t-shirt, and also the words Under Armour, but I can virtually guarantee you that they did not submit this as a specimen to the trademark examiner, because their trademark attorney probably knows what they're doing, right? Better to put it on, it's probably on the inner label right here inside the goods, or printed on the inside of the t-shirt as a label. So that is how you would properly submit a specimen for use on printed t-shirts. You want to be careful to show the mark in use on the goods properly, because if you don't do that, it doesn't matter if you're using it properly. If you don't show the trademark examiner proper use, you will be refused registration. I'm Angela Langlotz, and I go live here every weekday to talk about trademark law. You can find me online at TrademarkDoctor.net and on Facebook at facebook.com/TrademarkDoctor. If you like this video, please share it. I give you permission, and I'll see you next week.